Hello, my friends. Dave FX Hunter here with Forex Market Preview. As usually, like every Saturday, when I'm doing this Forex Market Previews, we will do it today as well. So, this Forex Market Preview is for the following week, which start 27th May and it's till the 31st May. So let's check with the news as usually what's we gonna expect, what market manipulations could the market makers do. But this time it's important as well to look for the next 2 weeks. So next week we're gonna start the Monday with the Kurad I will be speaking. Then we will have some pretty good news which could move the market. Of course, here's another Kuroda. And Japanese yen is strengthening now, but we will see it on the charts. But what's gonna be pretty good and important will be this one, because I don't expect that the Canada will change the interest rates. They will not do that, which will means that the cut will be still weak. And here is the initial jobless claims, some blah blah blah, nothing very important. But for that next week, which is gonna be starting the June already. We're gonna have a June. We're gonna have some news from the, of course, from the Europe, from the Eurozone, which is a little bit doing wrong. But right now, this one is very important for me because the Aussie, I'm long-term bearish with Aussie, and right now what's happening, the Aussie is some kind of, I don't want to use this word like oversold because I don't like oversold, overbought, but Aussie makes some nice downtrends, some nice rallies, and right now it's starting to, doing the corrective moves. So what I'm expecting is that for this week we're gonna see the stronger Aussie doing the corrections, moving to the supply zones, to the levels where the banks will be interested to short it properly after this one, and then it's gonna be a big goodbye for the Aussie, which gonna drop to the hell. So the next one is here, will as well very important, these interest rates for the euro. So similar situation, euro is now strengthening as well. During the weekend there is the European parliamentary votes, so which is like the strengthening the euro right now, and let's see what's gonna happen after the opening. I think that we will might see the euro going up until this next for this following week, and then the next week it's gonna be the trend change again. So we can see that definitely more on the chart. So this is the most important things. And as well, yesterday the Theresa May, she resigned for this Brexit, because of these Brexit deals. Honestly, I'm not watching the details because it's not so important for me. I'm watching the bank's positions and the supply demands. However, so she resigned. They didn't find her way how to do the Brexit, deal with the Brexit. Didn't work or something like that. So the pound, we will see. Let's see on the chart. So right now we are looking to the dollar index, of course, as usual. And so what is going on here? We are in this uptrend on the daily, weekly, and the 4 hours. What happened this last week? We see that on the Thursday, Friday, we saw the drop. So what happened is was that here was this supply zone which was absorbed, and the positions was probably closed here, and now we're starting to drop. So there is a lot of room to go lower, because here is some, the stop loss zone, which is the liquidity, and even here. And what we see on the COT data, if we check them, We can see that the banks they added some longs positions in the Tuesday, which they reported, which is this candle. So they reported some longs growth, and as well they've been adding the shorts. So they've been preparing for this position. So what probably happened here on the Wednesday, the next days, which are not included in this report, as they doing it of all the time. So they probably close these longs, these positions. So the price starting to drop, they might adding some more shorts. So what could happen is they could visit these lower zones. So let's see what's gonna be here on the dollar index. However, overall long term, I am definitely still bullish, and this is just the correction for me. I don't see any, like, for me to change my long-term view. It would have to at least absorb this one demand zone, and at least this one here. Then I would be thinking that something is happening, but still this is not the way how is the market trend change happening. It's always happening with some bigger drama, and it will not be definitely here, because this, you can see, might by what they doing, it could be, this is what the people see. It's got like a double top, but still the supply is above it. I mean, the supply, the level where the banks are interested to trade. So right now the people who starting to short, of course they will put the stop loss just right above. Yeah, so here will be appearing the stop losses, which, if the market should start to drop, like a bigger drop, I think they would want to first, take them out, and it would be at least in the next supply zone, which is this on the daily and here on the weekly. So this is definitely not any trend change yet. Still bullish on the dollar. Next one will be the Aussie, and yeah, this is the Aussie, and here is what we can see. We can see that we are on the monthly big downtrend and a lot of room to drop. As well, the weekly is in the downtrend, and here is a big room to drop. So my long-term target is 0.65, and I think we will definitely come into this level sooner or later. So right now, what is happening on the daily chart, as I said, market starting to making the corrections, so which will be probably for this following week. So we would see something, and I think that in before the interest rates, before the RBA, which is the next week, we will be somewhere around this price 0.7, something like that, because here is the stop losses above, or of those who shorted late here, and we will probably see the stop count of these, and here will be the nice zone where the banks will be filling their positions. So what we can see, if we are looking to the COT data, we can see that they actually adding some longs a bit since last week, which they reported here. So in this zone they added some longs positions, because they want to take the price higher. And however, what we could see on the shorts, still growing, even more shorts, like you see, like 78, blah blah blah, and now we are 100k shorts, which is pretty big. And so what probably is moving the price up right now in these 3 days, which we don't have the data for, it's probably will be some maybe they could close some shorts positions, and right now they are adding some longs, so they taking the price higher. So next week we will probably see, next Tuesday is the bigger longs, and then they will close these longs, add even more shorts, and this long-term downtrend could continue. If we are looking to the commercials, which are the hedgers, the other side, they are hedging, still keeping the hedge, not unhedged yet. So for me, still downtrend, nothing to think about to go. Of course, if you intraday trader, if you do, uh, you can see on the 4 hours here is a trend line break. Now here is the zone which will be probably broken. So after that, it's possible to take the trade into this one, but it of course can happen, and I believe there is a lot of traders who's doing it, but I better wait for the price to come here and continue with the bigger trends. It's for me, it's much more easier, much much less stress and higher probability. Of course, it means for me that for this week I will not have a trade. I will have to wait, but it's still better for me, and I have tested this, and it's definitely uh, worth it to trade like this. So this is the euro on the week, on the monthly. Huge impulse, huge bearish impulse. Weekly, it's downtrend, and my long-term target is 0.7, which we can see this drop. Actually, what happened this week, we can see that this week was a new lower low created. If you can see that the banks, it might not so clear. So you can see that if we compare, so they made a little bit lower low. It's like just couple pips, but what's that mean? That means that they actually absorbed this demand. So the gate is open for the big drop. So what happens here is probably that some people who saw this break, of course, there is a lot of traders who shorted in here. So they definitely have the stop losses. They shorted here, and here is the stop losses, which are above this last swing, so which are already like being hunted. And my trading plan for the euro is my this will looks for you crazy, but my trading plan is I entered one small short here, but here is, look at this, what the traps. So here is the next stop loss zone, and this one is as the people see the bounces, here will be another stop losses. So my plan is I expect the price to go higher, because of this corrective move on the dollar. And here will be my biggest positions. And if the price start to drop, I will add even more on the sell stop, and then I'm ready to go. And what I will focus right now, I will not focus to make any profit maybe this week, but I will be focused to build a proper position for the further drop. So I will be watching that, and I will be preparing for that. Okay, I have of course I have my levels where I will get out if I am wrong, but I think I might could be right, because if I check the COT data, we can see that already the banks, they closed the longs positions and they added even more shorts. But it was reported here in this actually sorry, in this candle. So what could happen is that they drop down, they close the positions down here, and my Dana right now adding some short longs, so we will see. Of course, what could happen is this, and I could be totally wrong. So always we must control the risk and not go with too big positions. But if I think about as well about the fundamentals and these stuffs, the eurozone is doing really really wrong. This is pound. As I said it in the last week as well. Last week I said that I don't understand it, so I don't touch it. Okay, right now I am posting here, and I posted as well on my trading view that the pound is in the demand zone, which means that we could expect some bounce. But the problem is that this Brexit and these things is like overrated. However, what could be happening is this, if we think about it logically, the price was dropping down right now. Why it was dropping? Because I think that the banks and all these big hedge fund traders who have this inside informations, they of course knew in advance what's gonna happen without these parliaments in the UK. So this move is all bad news about the Brexit is already priced in. That's what I think. Of course, I cannot be sure. So I think that all the bad news about the Brexit are already priced in. Right now, what is happening is that obviously they didn't do that before the weekend because they will use the weekend gap. This is the advantage of the banks that they can trade on the weekends. So they will probably right now the many traders will be expecting that when the Theresa May when she left when she resigned that it will be bad for the pound and that it will be dropping, so they probably selling, or they've been buying here, they've been of course buying here, and they will trying to buy here, but then the price start to drop even more. So they changing their mind, and all of them definitely capitulate on their positions, and so they might be, they don't trust this, and they might be even selling even more. So I think the banks will use this information and this that in this move, this bad news is already priced in, and they could start to move the price up. If I'll check the COT data, I see that they definitely changed the direction a lot. I mean, I was a bit surprised about this. And I actually had my long trade, and we closed it somewhere. We entered it somewhere here, and I closed it somewhere here, something like 70, 80 pips in the loss. So, yeah, okay, of course it's happened, but right now I expect the bounce, but I'm not gonna trade this one. So, because of course I expect the weaker dollar, the correction, so this could come really strong, and but I'm not gonna be in the trade. So pound probably bullish bounce, but not this trade is not for me. And right now we are looking to the kiwi, and the kiwi is very similar to dollar. So it's in the big downtrends overall, and it's starting to do the corrective moves. However, I think that the corrective move will not be long-lived. We can see that. Oh, let me rise this. So this is the daily, and we can see that the price came into the level which right now is making the illusion of the support, and I think we will see the correction where the banks and me as well, we will build the positions for the bigger drop, because once the price come back again here, we will see third bounces and people start to buy here, but it will definitely drop against them. Why I think this is very simple. If I look to the COT data, I can see that the banks are like heavily, building their short positions. They building their shorts, and okay, now they added a little bit longs, which they wanted to move the price higher. Of course, the commercials hedging nicely. So I expect the correction before the price will continue down, and it could go down a lot. I mean, somewhere around 0.62 possible. It's of course not gonna happen quickly. It's gonna be the long way, but it's highly possible that it's gonna happen. This is USD CAT. USD CAT monthly is we have this broken downtrend. It's not the uptrend yet because I don't have this supply zone absorbed. So it's strong bullish impulse. Its price action says that, so it's strong bullish impulse. Weekly, this is nice uptrend, and the daily we've been in this range right now, And here was this nice on the 4 hours, so you can see that it was nice stop hunt and it was this demand filling up. So right now what is going on here is of course the uptrend, because we have a high and higher high now, just in the range, and it's not making the lower low, so it's fine. Everything looks good here. What's probably going on will be the stop losses of the people who start to short. Why they short is simple, because they see this many rejections, so they simply shorting, it's gonna be definitely smashed up down. Here is the 4 hours what was going on here, and this is our trade in my Telegram channel in the paid group. Of course, actually I wanted to mention that if you're interested in the signals, you can simply contact me via the Telegram, and I will add you to my paid group for free, so you can see how it's going on, and if it fits for you, you can then simply start to trade with us. Simply contact me. The link is below the video. So here is our entry. We had the take profit one, and right now the price is dropping. Of course, that means it doesn't feel comfortable when your profit is now losing. But as I said, you know, it's like a 4 bounces from the level, which means people start to think the level is strong, so they start to short, so more stop losses appears about that. So I think that the price could definitely visit this level. Anyway, we have our stop loss moved to the break even, so if the price drop down, we will at least end up in the take profit one. What could of course then happen is, because same as the stop losses appears here, you have one bounce here, so definitely there will be another stop losses here. Now is the question, where is the more? And this is more closer, so I think this one will be first, which will be taken out. If we will be taken out here, we will enter again here, because long term I am definitely bullish with the USD CAD, because the banks are definitely bullish as well. Why do I think they are bullish? Simply look at this. We can see that they reported 57k longs against, and last week they've been 65. Okay, it doesn't look bullish, but you must look at it this way. The report was this candle, and here they reported just 57 against 65, but look at the shorts. They've been reducing for the 4 weeks, so in this range they've been reducing their shorts positions. Of course they didn't have the longs, you can see, because they probably closed them somewhere above here to take the price down. As well, they've been closing the shorts, and here they definitely added more longs. So in the next week report, we will definitely see more longs. Yeah, so this is the way how to read the COT report. Sometimes people could think, and this is very, confusing, and they know why they're doing this illusion. They always mostly start to doing these movements on the Wednesday. The reason is because they know that this report will be published on the Friday, and this is confusing. That now many people will be thinking that this is short, because you can see less longs than the last week, but it's the reason because it was reported here, and then this happened Wednesday. So now the people, and so now someone who's reading the report is probably he's looking to the chart, and he see, oh, I see the drop. Price is dropping from this level. It's strong. Okay. Last week it was 65. Now it's 57. It's definitely short. So they start to short. Of course, it will be shorting a bit. Maybe Monday, and then boom, it will be very, very much surprised. So let's see. I'm definitely bullish with this one. Next one is USD CHF, and this one is very bullish for me. However, right now it's my trade which was executed is right now around this demand zone. So let's break it down what is going on here. On the monthly we have of course uptrend, and now we have these bounces here, so many stop losses above. On the weekly, of course, the stop losses was taken out, created new high, and then the price was retracing for 1 month. I'm waiting for this trade to price to come back into this demand zone, which caused the removal of these two supply zones. So that means that in this level is a strong accumulation of the positions. So then if we check it on the daily, when I saw that from this zone we had this strong bullish movement which absorbed these two zones. I knew and I was expecting to price to come back down here, and here I was interested to take a long, which I already actually entered. And now check what is happening. It of course was 1 2 3, I don't know, it was almost 1 month, but look what happened exactly here. The price started to drop down, back down, and then it started to, somehow they started to create this illusion of the support. So I believe that many people entered here for the longs, and they put stop loss just below here. Of course, it's obvious that they put stop loss below here, but the banks, they know it, and what they doing, they actually let's check it this way. So we can see that they move the price up when they had these big longs, right? They had these big longs and as well these big shorts, and right now when the price was up here, they start to close the longs. 54, 52, 48, so it was 54, 40, then 52, then 48, and what was happening with the shorts? They had these shorts, and as the price is going down, they closing the shorts. And right now, when we are here, which is the report of this candle, this green one, so we can see that they have just 43k longs and they have 40k shorts. That means that they not heavily shorting and that the price is right now moving down on the closing of the short long positions. So if the price is going down and they are reducing their short positions, they are not adding them. If the shorts would be growing, like 13, now we have 11 7 4, so it would be 13 17 18 20, I would not take a long here, but I see that they are reducing their shorts, so it's just the correction, and they reduce their longs. Why? Because they want to buy here, they want to buy more. Do you understand this? And this is why I want to right now take a long, and I believe it will work. Let's see. Might I could get the stop loss right now because the dollar correction, but if I get the stop loss, I will enter again. This trade will work. I have a very big I think this trade have a big chances because all time frames are up, and these numbers are for me definitely saying what they are doing. A little bit different, and you can see on this example, it's on the USD JPY. So watch this. So what is happening here? Right now, if I compare it with this franc, I can see that the price was going up and then it's dropping, right? And as you can see, what is happening with the USD JPY? Price was going up. When the price was going down, the price was going up, and what the banks was doing, they was reducing longs and they was building the shorts. You can see how they was building the shorts. They was building the 19, 26, 20, 33. Then but then of course we don't see the big shorts right now here, because of course it was as well, this is the candle when they was reporting the numbers. So we can see the big shorts and 1 2 3 4 5 here. So here was this last report of these big shorts. They closed the shorts here. These shorts was closed here, which caused the price to move up, and they reported just 25, which was on this Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, price is dropping. Yeah, so definitely the next week we will see probably maybe 40k shorts. Yeah, and in compare with this USD chef, we can see that on the USD chef something similar is happening, but when the price was dropping, the shorts being closed and reduced, and here the the shorts being growing. So this is the importance of the what is the behind the charts and what is happening, and this make the big difference. This is why sometimes, you can see the price section that something is happening, but you actually don't know these numbers behind. So actually you're trading the blindly. And this is the things, and this is what makes the biggest difference between successful and the unsuccessful traders. And because I trade with the banks, I think that's why we are doing so well in our group. So let's break down the USD JPY. So what do we see here? We can see monthly supply zone in the control, weekly supply zone in the control, dropping, strong bullish impulse. Then what do we see here? We had this perfect trade when we entered. Sorry, this is 4 hours. When we entered here on this stop hunt, and the price dropped down all the way. Now we're getting this correction, and you can see that finally this how this is confirmed. We can see that in here big longs. Since then the longs dropped from 122 to 80, which is confirming this move down is confirmed. And right now we can see while we are growing up, moving this up, the longs, the shorts are slowly growing. And right now the last week when they reported this was the 33k shorts, which I don't see here like since the beginning of the year, which was somewhere here when this crazy thing happened. So this is of course downtrend, nothing else. So when I see someone posting, something like buy here, because why they think that it will be buy here? Because it's support. Yes, but I can guarantee you that these stupid people, which is actually most of the people, and we can be glad that it's the most of the people are so stupid, because we know that then they will put the stop loss down here, and we know that what means the stop losses for these guys who's the big sharks and want to make the money. It means that it's money and they want it, so they will go down there and we will go with them. It's actually pretty easy once you understand who is controlling the market and what they need to do to make money and why they do it. So it's very simple then, and if you trade, you can just wait. I mean, so I was waiting here, and that's it. So the next one, wait a second, now I just, okay, so this was this one. Now we are looking to the gold again, and I said I'm still bearish with the gold. We are just now waiting for this break here. And what is going on the daily? Simple. We can see that here is this trap set. So actually the traders are buying. I believe that some traders are making money on this move up. Of course, it's possible. However, long-term trend is down. We can see it's down, of course. Where is this my one? We have this channel here. Sorry. We have this channel here. right now, which can help us to determine where will be my you know the potential target. My potential target is 1220. So right now what is happening, we can see that of course these free bounces, so the traders, those who bought here, they put stop losses here, and many people thinking, I seeing the charts, boom, everyone is targeting this one, but they think, that the recession and blah blah blah, but forgot it. Gold is definitely not like safe haven, and it will drop down. It's in actually in here in the 4 hours. If we check in the 4 hours chart, it actually came into this supply zone. From here, we could potentially see maximum move somewhere here, but then definitely the drop down will occur. And why do I think that is simple again? We can see that our in the past we see big longs on the banks. It was here when they started to close it, and then it's dropping, and from the last week of course we can see the bigger longs positions, because uh, they move the price up here, then the price dropped down, and on the Wednesday they closed them, so they reported less longs. However, look at these shorts. They have again the pretty big shorts, and then they move the price up Thursday, Friday, where they definitely, I think, building the next longs, because if we check the commercials, they still hedging as well. So it's just a question of the time when this drop will happen, and definitely I do not suggest anyone to go long. Next one is US oil. Oil is I want to show you something in this one. I mean, I don't want to do that because I want to show how good a trader I am or what, but here you will see the power of the COT trading, and how I understand the market and what it can do. So this is so this is the video which I did the last week, and right now we will see the analysis. Okay, this is the oil. Oil I am expecting to drop a lot, and here is some reasons. Okay, we have this broken trend line. However, it's still not broken yet, and but on the 4 hours, yes, this is already broken trend line, because we had this new low and two demand zones are eliminated. And right now what was happening here is this, you know so even those people who are right, they was stop haunted here, and right now I'm expecting the price to drop down. And if we check here with the data, this is actually what gives me more proof that the price start to drop. So we can see that here on the top, who of course the close the positions, they had 630k longs, and then what's happening for the last 4 weeks, we can see that the longs dropping from the 630, 624, 680, 63, and the shorts are rising from 49, 61, 68, 67. So this is definitely, you know, and the other side is only the confirming it. So we can see that the longs positions, while they expecting the price dropping down, they need to hedge it because they want to stabilize the price. And so what are they doing with their longs? 85, 1 million 74, so 1 million 50, 1 million 99. So they have actually the biggest longs right now here, and it will be even the bigger once the prices start to drop. So this is very clear for me. I mean, I see what the banks are doing, I see what the price action is doing, and it's right now in the nice level. So if you short the oil right now with the stop loss somewhere about here around the 66, you should be good, and you can hold it for quite some time, because here when it comes into the support, people start to buy in, because as well with the stop losses down below here, and they will be smashed. And here is on this 4 hours, it's actually more levels which should be smashed down, because think about their psychology. So price comes down, so the traders, and there will be million of the people start to buy this support with the stop losses below here. It will be broken, Some of them will not close the position, so they will start to buy even more here because you can see some price action here. So the stop losses could be below this one and it could drop down. So 55th, the price 55, 55 on the oil is, I think it's possible it can drop down there. Everything says that it's very possible. And this is the last one which I will use, okay, so as you can see, this was for the gold, and if you look to the oil, and if you look into it right now, we can see that it's dropped down as I was expecting, and here is exactly the level which I was, thinking that, as I said, that a lot of people will buy in because they see the bounce, and they expecting the bounce again, so that they put the stop loss below and that it would be smashed down, which exactly happened here as well, exactly, they smashed it a little bit lower. So right now, of course, it could work. Once then everyone is fucked up, it could work and it could move a little bit higher, and then it will be dropping down again. So for the oil, I'm still bearish, and if you don't have a trade yet, you could look for the trade. Actually, I should update this chart. So what should I do right now here? So this is already done, this is out, this is out, and this is out. Okay, the stop losses was hunted, so they are out, and this demand zone was absorbed by the absorbed demand. So this demand zone was absorbed, and if something absorbed the demand zone, it create new supply zone, which is here. So right now at this moment, these stop losses are out as well, but here will be the new ones. So those who buying right now, they have probably, here is the new liquidity created down here. This demand zone is as well out, so it's good. It's only confirming the downtrend, and so right now the price could retrace into this supply zone from where we potentially see even more drop down. So the trade could be made like this: sell limit with the short target like this. Would be nice, right? However, what could happen is that the price could come higher than this one and stopped out. So then if that happened, you can enter another trade in, sorry, you can take another trade in here. This could happen, and then with the potential bigger target. So if this one doesn't work, this one will work for more probably, yes. So this is for the oil. I'm still bearish with this oil. Okay, silver. So, and let me check this back. And with the oil, I didn't check the numbers. As I said that these shorts, these numbers will be even bigger, so we can check that yes, this is happening. You can see that they reduced even more longs. It was here, and then of course this movement happened on the Wednesday after the COT report, when no one couldn't see it right now. So again, the illusion, confusion, and everything like this is happening. Now I'm looking to the silver. It's a good price action as well, and what I'm expecting here right now is this retracement into this weekly zone, which is nested in this daily and the 4 hours. So the short sell limit around 14.8, and it's of course confirmed by the banks. We can see that the banks are closing the longs positions, adding the shorts positions. It's what they reported here, and right now they're moving the price higher. So we will probably see something like this. You might saw this on some of my charts that they sometimes, these channels, it's what the traders like to draw. I'm drawing it for the reason because I know what the others are doing. So probably we might see something like, something like this, something, the price coming into these levels, which is in this weekly zone, but it's above this daily zone, because there will be the stop losses. Many people trades on the day, they look to, small time frames, but the daily is their biggest ones. But here is still the zone on the weekly, which is above. So I think this liquidity here will be filled right now for the bigger shorts down, and this is how I will look to enter. The next one is the platinum. Platinum is beautiful chart, and I like this because on the monthly we are on the downtrend, and right now this supply zone was filled, and right now we have this strong bullish impulse down. However, on the weekly we came to the demand zone from where I could expect the bounce, and if it bounce and come back into this daily zone, which is same with this weekly and this 4 hour zone, so here I will be interested to take a short, which is around the 849. If I check the COT data, I can see that the banks didn't close too much longs, but I can see that here is the heavily shorting. So right now this shorting, these shorts probably could be closed, and with the profit, and they will be interesting, might to look for bigger, uh, I mean, what is going on now, they have these shorts, but they need to close these longs somewhere as well, because we can see they're reducing longs, and I think that we will see might first some retracement. But if the retracement doesn't happen, I will not be in the trade. It's not any big drama for me. Okay, and this is it. Then next I have some couple pairs which I wanted to speak about. There is a last one which I have with the which I have for the COT data as well, is the USD Mexican peso. This one is pretty good, and I like this what is going on here, but still, if I check these data, I can see that the banks are really building big longs, it's growing, and if I check the shorts, they still have big shorts. So what I think is here going on, I think we will see this drop which is here, which is here on this daily. We have this beautiful trap set here. Here will be many stop losses, and what I think we will see is the price drop down, and here will be the many stop losses filled up in these demand zone, and from here we will see the move up. So right now I'm waiting and not doing anything yet. Next pairs. Okay, so right now let's check um, these other pairs which I wanted to show as well. Okay, so let's check these which I have in my trading plan. The Euro JPY, it's in the perfect downtrends on the weekly. On the monthly, it's of course downtrend on the weekly as well right now. And the here on this daily, what is going on is I had this sell limit, which it looks like it's filled up here on this trading view, and it's of course it is, but in my platform I had it a little bit higher, so it was not filled up. Anyway, if the price will break down, I will be interested in to enter with the sell stop for the big downtrend continuation with the bigger stop losses. I have a bigger stop losses right now here, because still the price could drop down, but I don't mind to use a bigger stop loss with the smaller positions, because I would like to add then more positions and I will build it. So for me it's definitely better do it this way. Because always waiting with the best entry, it's nice, but sometimes when it's all in the trends, you can enter the breakout as well. Next one, this one is a pound Aussie. This pound Aussie is right now difficult thanks to the pound, but what I'm looking for here is that I see that this is definitely the support created, and might we will see these stop hounds before it goes up. So I'm interested in to take a long in the pound Aussie. However, it will be question how I will enter. I would like to enter with this buy limit. I actually already have one small buy stop which I had, and it was filled up here, and I have stop loss somewhere here. So hopefully the price would come down, and I would be able to enter one more. Next one is pound kiwi. This one I will be interested to enter as well with the buy stop. Why I'm using right now the buy stop is the reason because the price could go down, and just to enter with the buy limit, then I could be in the trap. So what I'm waiting is with a good distance for the buy stop, and if the price will be dropping down, I will be moving my entry, and looking for the better entry. This one is Euro USD. No, this one I already said. So this one is Aussie Franc, and here is the nice situation. So what is going on? It's in the downtrend, of course, and I'm expecting the price to go up now. So those who trade against the trend could take this trade. And in here, which I expect that the price will be in the supply zone, which absorb this level next week. Around this RBA when they will cut the rates and the bigger downtrend will occur. So I'm waiting for this trade. Next one is Aussie yen. Aussie yen, of course, the yen is strong as we saw, and the Aussie is weak. However, I expect some corrective move before some proper downtrend will occur. So right now it could go up, and so I will not trade it yet. So this is the CAD yen. Of course, we have this trade, beautiful trade from the supply zone, which remove this one. And right now, what is going on here? You can see illusion of the support, which I believe will be broken very, very easily. Next one is sorry. Okay, so next one is the Aussie CAD. Aussie CAD is right now doing this correction, and as well here they set the trap, so here will be the liquidity, and once the price come into this supply zone, I will be interested to short it. This one is USD SGD, Singapore dollar, US dollar against the Singapore dollar. We had the perfect trade. We closed something around 170 pips or even more. Right now I'm expecting the correction. Here is the two zones. This one is like a 4-hour zone, actually sorry, daily zone, but it's the continuation pattern. I would like to enter might here, because if we check the weekly, is this one. So might the second one, the first one is somewhere here. I think that they will might to make the bigger corrective move. So on the 4 hours, it could be possible to take a short, but I'm not gonna trade this. This is the Euro Aussie next pair. If it drops down here, which I think will happen right now, because we will, the Aussie preparation for the shorts, to be shorted, so it will be strong right now. This could happen, so possibly again the short is possible to trade this week. And next one is a Euro CAD. As I said, I am very bearish with the CAD, so it possibly could go up for some retracement. Next one is Euro Pound. Euro Pound, I am very bearish with the Euro, and I think the Pound will be much stronger. If we compare these two charts, this still must drop down. So I had the sell stop here, which I wanted to enter safely, but what actually happened is that the price only picked up my trade, and I'm in the trade right now. So I have a stop loss right above here. What I think that the price should start to drop. However, we will see what's gonna happen after the market open with this Brexit thing and blah blah blah. Might they will take the price higher, you know, into this supply zone from where they should start to short, because many people is right now having the stop loss zone here. I My problem is that I actually don't want to have a stop loss in the same level as everyone, but I didn't expect that just you know they just pick up my sell stop and they will move it like this. So right now I'm in this trap, but what I'm gonna do, I'm not gonna change the stop loss. If the stop loss is out, I will put sell limit here, and when the price start to drop, I will add another sell stop, so I will recover that. But I will definitely not move or do anything. I want to keep the risk management. This is the pound cat. Pound cat on the daily chart could looks nice for the move higher. We can see that we came into this demand zone, which is of course as well uh, like the weekly demand zone, which was right now filled up right now really nicely. So I think we could see some, you know, corrective move to take out the stop losses here, fill up a little bit more, and then move higher. This is the pound yen. Pound yen is similar situation as the pound kiwi. I want to re-enter for the retracement, but you know, still it can go down. So I'm moving my buy stop, and if it will go down, I will be moving the buy stop. So this is my plan for this one, and this is the SGD JPY, Singapore dollar, Japanese yen. If this one retrace into this level which absorb this zone, I will take a short. And I think this is all. No, this one is oh, NZD chef. Yeah, this is a pretty good one as well. However, right now we are in this demand zone, which was actually already tested once. So what I think right now, this will be broken into this lower level. So it's possible to enter, you know, if the price retrace right now, depends where. If it retrace here, it's possible to take this trade. And is this all? Oh, still I have something. So this is USD NOK. Okay, this trade I am expecting the USD NOK to make a correction, but now is the question here, because we have stop losses above, which definitely will be smashed. We have stop losses down. Right now, here is not a clear situation how to enter. I don't want to enter right now here, because I entered here and I took take profit, and right now, you know, I would be interested to enter lower here, so I will be waiting with this one. And this one is USD CZK. It was perfect trade as well. We entered somewhere here on this breakout. Take profit one is out. Now it's retracing, and it's question where it will go. Yeah, and I will be interested to enter again. And this is it. So this is everything from me, my friends. And as I said, if you're interested to join our Telegram channel where I'm posting the trades and this stuff, just contact me, and I will add you. As well, don't forget to visit my blog on my webpage, where you can see all these most of these pairs which I was commenting. You can see it here in this gallery, and if you click here into the read more, it will open the gallery and you can make it bigger, you know, so you can clearly and nicely see everything what is in the trading plan for the next week. Okay, this is it. Thank you very much, and bye.